us. Now, the question is this: the loan that we are taking, what interest is this loan? Now, why we got involved in this argument is very simple. My organization has been at the forefront of this conversation. They have been at the forefront of this advocacy. Why are we not looking at taking, empowering our local meter manufacturers, right? Instead of you taking loan, right, to feed international markets, to feed a Chinese company, where we are going to bring this thing in. Why are we not feeding our local manufacturers so that we can have a local manufacturing ecosystem? It's not necessary for all of them to manufacture at the same time. But what is necessary is that we can source. The loan is only effective for us if this loan is able to, feed our local manufacturing capacity, bring jobs, create jobs locally, and stimulate our local economy. That's the only time when this loan can make any sense to us. Now, in this kind of scenario, why are we not taking the loan and looking at the capacity of each individual company that we have? And this is another thing that I will be speaking to. I'm looking forward to a situation where NEC will be calling the meetings of this local meter manufacturers and the association and say, what exactly, how can we come in? What policy is going to suit the local meter manufacturers so that you guys can scale up your production? Why are we not taking this loan and say, okay, you know what? We have $1 million, right? This is $1 million for you. We want you to bring us 10,000 meters. I'm just saying that for instance. Bring us 10,000 meters. This is your payment. Bank guarantee. You bring it, we'll pay you. Now, this will encourage these guys to even source for money and invest. Now, if you are saying we are building our local meter manufacturing ecosystem, for instance, we need to look at this thing. How many components does a meter have? About 16 components. How many of these components are we producing in Nigeria? So if a government says, okay, we have two major companies, leading companies, manufacturing companies that can, I won't mention names, they know themselves. But we have two leading manufacturing companies that have the capacity to produce, what's it called? Ordinary board for the meters. Okay, you.
I'm afraid we have run out of time. I will need to
as usual,
because the issue can never be overemphasized. So, but I need to hear your take on one issue before we go because of time. Is the planned hike of the electricity tariff? How justified it is? How justified?
Well, if you want to take it from, NERC
to give them approval. So how justify at this moment? Because Nigerians are actually under the burden of many things as we speak.
If you want to take it from the position of law, the law that guides the law that guides the tariff reviews, we don't have any option. It's just unfortunate that this July review coincides with some economic reforms that the new government is introducing. It's just unfortunate that we find ourselves in that situation. But if you want to talk about morals and the performance of the power sector itself, it is not justified at all. That is just the truth. Because part of it is what we are talking about now. If you are not being able to close up the metering gap, that means that a lot of people are strictly on estimated billing. The estimated billing that we have is not justified. I mean, I belong to a lot of community groups. You see the true reflection of what is happening in our communities. So it is not justified when it comes to that. But if they have meters, then everybody can now fold back and say, okay, if I buy 200 units on my meter, I will still meet whatever you give me and I'll be paying value. Then if my budget for electricity for this month is 5,000 naira, once I load it, I can manage my 5,000 naira until the month ends. But with estimated billing, with the present condition that we are not able to meet up with that, close up our metering gap, we're not able to meet up with it. We are allowing TCN and World Bank to give us conditions that local manufacturers cannot meet. No, it is not justified.
Yeah, many thanks to you, Mr. Adetayo Adegbende, convener.
It is always a pleasure.
Director of Power of Nigeria. Power of Nigeria is an electricity consumer and power sector advocacy group. We know the job we are doing in the power sector. Many thanks to you. We hope to see you whenever the need arises again. Mr. Degende.
Thank you very much.
Well,
thank you very much.
About the size of the show on this Thursday evening. Make a date with us tomorrow for another edition of The Big Issue. My name remains Body Gbadebo. It's bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.